Welcome everybody, Don Campbell here. And I wanted to share with you a really neat article that a friend of mine, Phil Rozek, wrote recently on his blog. And by the way, if you haven't gone to his blog at localvisibilitysystem.com, you should definitely check it out. Phil's an expert in this field. He is just a very generous with sharing his information, and he's an all-around nice guy, so check it out. He came up with this really cool idea for an article called The Top Local SEO Myths. And what he was looking for are things that, we've all heard that we were wondering, boy, should I, get fake reviews, or, I need to get a certain number of links or whatever. And he asked a whole bunch of different experts in this field for what were the top myths that they heard, and then what's the reality behind them? Are these myths true or not? And so really, really great information here, because you've got all the, the smartest people in this industry sharing their information about local search and reviews, and giving you their input on why some of these myths are not true or whatever. So really cool stuff. And I got to contribute to this article too. And so what I want to do is just take you through my myths real quickly, the three that I submitted, and just kind of share, how I see those. The first myth is that I contributed was that getting the most online reviews makes you the winner for local search results. And so I've heard a lot of people trying to get as many reviews as they can. Some people even buy reviews, or they try to get them all at once. And so the fact is that Google and Yelp and the different sites, they're really sophisticated in how they look at these online reviews. And it's getting pretty hard. You don't want to try tricking them, because you're just going to lose out in the end. It's really about review diversity and freshness, more than the number of reviews. What Google is looking for is a diverse, natural review profile, and you should be consistently getting these reviews over time. If you get a whole bunch of them in one day or in 1 week, it looks kind of fishy. So you want to build this up over time and be smart about asking your best customers to help you out and leave you a review on many different websites, not just Google or Yelp, but on City Search or Yahoo, or some industry-specific sites as well. So that's definitely one of the myths that I kind of run into and wanted to at least share my perspective on. Myth number two is the one with the most citations wins. So it's kind of common knowledge that you want to get these mentions, these citations, which are mentions of your business and name and address and phone number out there on the web, and you definitely do. You want to get links from different places to your website, but that's a lot of work, and it's something that you should commit to. But what I found is that having one really good high quality citation, like from a local, some well-respected local resource, and a lot of times can make all the difference, especially in not as competitive of markets. So sometimes what you want to do is find that one citation that will really make a big difference. Now, you definitely want to still claim your business. Make sure you claim it in Google and you've claimed it in Yelp and the other places, but in fact, I wanted to share with you this resource on Get Listed that they've got a really cool directory here of these are the best US citation sources by categories. So if you're a church or a coffee shop, you can go here and see, hey, these are the ones that Google seems to pay attention to for this type of a business. So maybe pursue these and get these filled in, and then look for that really killer local source in your city or town to get that extra punch, and so that rather than trying to get a whole bunch of them from really low value sites across the web. All right, the third myth that I hear a lot is that people come to me and they say, hey, you know what, I'm building this business directory, or I'm building, for my business, I've got a few locations or whatever, and I'm thinking I'm going to have a lot of different websites. And they imagine that they've got 10 or 20 websites or maybe more, and they're all linking to each other and creating all this value. And that's really great if you have the resources to do it. But what I have found is most small businesses and many even larger businesses, they simply don't even have the resources to maintain one website well. So in my opinion, you're better off creating one website that you really put your time into, and you create great content. Because keep in mind, not only do you have to keep this website populated with great content and linking and obtaining links and things like that, but you also need to maintain it with backups and security updates and things like that. So it's not an easy thing to do a good job on this website. And just put great content on there. So create a page with really good content for each of the products or services that you offer. Create a page for each individual location or area that you serve. And then think about the questions that your customers ask you and write a blog post about each of those questions. And so in this way, you've got one website that has a lot more value to you than a whole bunch of thin websites sitting around that just never get updated. I mean, I'm sure the intentions are good when you want to build a lot of websites. It's just that maintaining them over time is really, really hard. So anyway, that's really my third myth, is that one cared for website matters a lot more than many thin websites out there just kind of not being updated. All right, so those are my myths. I definitely suggest that you go to this blog post on local visibility system and check out, because a lot of experts contributed here, tons of really, really smart people. So go and read these, go look at the myths and then their comments on the myths, and you'll see, you'll just get so much great sort of perspective for how to make your business rank on the web, your local business, and kind of avoid some of the pitfalls and traps that people fall into, and grab some of this advice and implement it for your site right away. Thanks for watching.